looking for a suit and tie rap that's cleaner than a bar soap.
Say what you want about AJ Styles' attitude or methods, he's a savvy, battle-tested veteran who has proven time and time again that he's a champion-level talent.
True, you don't get as far as AJ Styles has in this business without having plenty of ring smarts.
And considering all the wins he's collected over his career, I'm sure AJ comes to the ring tonight expecting to add another big victory.
Up high!
Catches nothing. Very few superstars have enjoyed the global success that AJ Styles has had.
AJ's traveled all over the world and battled the best opponents on every stop along the way. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more cultured in-ring talent.
Well, we'll see how all that globe-trotting experience serves him here tonight.
And Edge has been completely laser-focused since coming back to WWE after 9 years out of the ring. He credits his grit for his ability to come back like he has, in the shape that he has, and continues to perform at such a high level. He runs things around here.
Brock put a stop to that. He's one step ahead there. Oh, no. One thing that stands out to me about Rhea Ripley is her intense take no prisoners attitude in the ring.
Well, Rhea's not here to make friends and influence people. She's here to win.
And I'm sure she's ready to do whatever it takes to get that win here tonight.
And you can't forget about Nikki A.S.H. Almost a superhero, but completely a superstar. All heart, all fight, no almost about it.
Love him or hate him, The Miz has earned his place here in WWE.
And found plenty of awesome fame and fortune along the way.
True, and tonight he's eager to show everyone just how awesome he is inside the ring.
And he's facing off against Rey Mysterio, a competitor who is known to bring the fight with a lot of heart. You find out real quick that Rey is tough to keep down.
Mysterio shows no fear and has a larger shadow than his stature. Taking flight.
When you look at Austin, you see a man who is not anointed as the chosen one, who's not a second or third generation superstar. He was never supposed to be an icon.
None of that ever mattered to Stone Cold. He just kicked the door off the hinges and became the biggest icon in the history of this business.
Austin launched a no-nonsense, take-no-prisoner assault on sports entertainment, and hasn't looked back.
And across the way is Kevin Owens, a competitor who gets in the ring and just goes to work. For KO, this match might as well just be another day at the office.
Well, this is Kevin Owens' livelihood.
Finn Balor, a superstar who's become synonymous with that explosive, high-risk, in-ring style.
Cole, I'd argue that what sets Balor apart, while obviously being explosive in the ring, is that his style's not actually too high risk. Think of him more like a sharpshooter than a kamikaze. Balor is as precise of a competitor as they come.
That's a good point. That combination of explosiveness and precision are what make Balor a dangerous man to stand across the ring from.
And across the ring, we've got Damian Priest, a man whose size and agility make him complex to overcome.
A man of his size, Damian Priest had...
Tommaso Ciampa has revealed himself to be one of the most cutthroat and conniving superstars we've ever seen. This guy would stab you in the back just as soon as he'd shake your hand.
Look, this business is no place for friendships and networking. It's a place for fighting and winning. No one knows that better than Tommaso.
Well, we're going to see how that attitude serves Ciampa here, as I'm sure he's not out here to make friends.
And for Dolph coming into this one, I think you need to strip away all the talk on social media, all the interviews. They're all just smoke screens. Trust me, Dolph's coming in with sinister thoughts.
Yeah, Ziggler has always been a master of diversity.
Sasha Banks out here and ready for competition. Banks considers herself the blueprint of WWE, the standard bearer.
It's hard to deny any of that, Michael. Unparalleled in-ring work, self-confidence through the roof, and heck, she's always looking like $1,000,000. Sasha Banks is every bit the standard bearer she claims to be, and she proves it every time the bell rings.
She is the boss.
Then there's the ballsy, rebellious Shotzi Blackheart.
Shoulders down to the count.
Early attempts rarely pay off, but they do wear down your opponent.
Down on the neck with reckless abandon.
And Happy Corbin set for action. Hopefully he realizes this match is no laughing matter.
Aw, come on, Cole. They say laughter's the best medicine, and Happy Corbin has never been healthier.
Well, that could all change here with this matchup. Corbin is a vicious competitor, but he's had issues with keeping his eye on the ball as of late.
But tonight, he clashes with Drew McIntyre, a seasoned superstar who returned to WWE after a global wrestling journey where he saw it all and won it all.
Yeah, Drew's grappled with the very best talents all over the planet, but he came back here to prove that he has what it takes to hang with the toughest competition that there is.
Short blown. Sami Zayn has got to be just about the most unpopular WWE superstar we've ever seen. I don't think anyone has ever been as loathed by the WWE Universe as he is.
Well, it's a good thing we aren't running a popularity contest. If the WWE Universe doesn't like what he has to say, that's their problem, not Sami's. Love him or scorn him, Sami Zayn is a talented competitor with a razor-sharp mind.
Well, there certainly seems to be more disdain than love going around for Sami, but he's hoping to throw it all back in everyone's face here.
And Ricochet is coming in hoping to show us and his opponent something new.
The question to me is, can Ricochet adapt and evolve? Can he change his game for each and every opponent? Something to keep an eye on as this match progresses.
That hit connects from Sami Zayn. And surprisingly devastating Akira Tozawa.
Yeah, Tozawa is certainly a superstar who can back up his threats. Whether it's dangerous strikes or precision aerials, it's always a top effort from Tozawa.
I'm sure his opponent is about to feel the power of Tozawa.
But let's not forget R-Truth is a well-seasoned veteran with a laundry list of title reigns attached to his name. This is a competitor who knows what's up.
I can't disagree. R-Truth's proven he has what it takes to be an enduring mainstay on the WWE roster. Truth's a gifted superstar, and that laundry list says 24/7 more times than Saxton can count.
Akira Tozawa is a bit of a live wire who has explosive offense and underrated grappling. Corey, how do complacency. She has no lack of drive, doesn't care what she's accomplished. It's always about the next step.
But across the way is a superstar absolutely brimming with potential, Liv Morgan. Liv has every tool she needs to be a top talent here in WWE, and with every match, we see her become a stronger and more impressive competitor.
I completely agree with that assessment, Corey. Liv's unique creativity in the ring makes her fun to watch, and you really can't help but think that the sky is the limit for her.
Oh, God! Oh, man, by the hair! Hair whip!
Here in WWE.
It's a fitting nickname. Just ask any man who has become the target of The Undertaker's otherworldly wrath.
Yeah, true. The Undertaker has a long history of exacting his dark will on WWE, punishing anyone who he judges as having done wrong. Taker could be looking to deal out a little justice here tonight.
But across the ring, you have a man who's the odds-on favorite in any match. Andre the Giant, a competitor who's not only bigger and stronger than almost anyone in the history of WWE, but who has traveled the world proving he's the most extraordinary athlete of all time.
You don't get to be the eighth liftoff.
Picture perfect leg drop.
Challenge. Both Hogan and Warrior are in tremendous physical condition. The adrenaline is racing faster than ever. This is it?
Hogan is ready. The Warrior is ready. The WWE Universe is ready. This is what we've waited for, and the time for talk is over. Tonight, we will see who holds the true power in sports entertainment.
Fast press! Fast press!
Yes,
Press!
a well-timed dodge.
John Morrison, of course, known as one half of one of the great tag teams in WWE, alongside The Miz, but one half of a single star in his own right.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Morrison spent 8 years outside of WWE, sharpening his skills, maturing as an in-ring competitor, growing his confidence, too, if you can believe it.
Yes, a lot of people would say that Morrison...
Going up high. What in the world?
This may pay off big time, or could lead to disaster.
I can't look.
Then don't. Everyone else enjoy.
Yes! Oh, my gosh!
becomes synonymous with being known as the biggest little man in WWE history. He earns that moniker by being a consistent example of someone who aims for goals above their weight class.
And because of that attitude, Rey's achieved just about every big accolade you can in this business.
A long career built on punching upwards continues with this match.
And standing opposite Kalisto, a superstar who treats the laws of physics like they're optional.
Kalisto would make Isaac Newton rethink his life's work, but there's something about Kalisto that doesn't sit well with me. Kalisto sees himself as a resident superhero, though I think he's flying a little too close to the sun, and someone's bound to bring him back down to reality.
Dodged right on cue.
Coming back in the ring.
Overhand connects.
The springboard attack fails to land.
Super kick.
Kai and Tegan Knox were once as close as sisters, but after a gruesome falling out, they transformed into bitter enemies.
Well, if it wasn't for Dakota Kai's ruthless betrayal, they might still be that close. But Kai decided to put herself before anyone else and left a wounded Knox in her wake.
I can't blame Kai for looking out for number one, but I also can't fault Tegan Knox for looking to get some vengeance. This is going to be an emotional battle.
Flinged across the way.
Way to steer clear.
God, that looked devastating.
Oh, what a roundhouse.
She manages to get control.
Snap headbutt. Oof.
What does it mean to be in the ring with the beast incarnate?
Simply put, Cole, it means doom for any athlete across from him.
You might not be far off. When Lesnar goes on the offense, there's little that can slow the beast down.
And with Bobby Lashley facing him, you know Lashley only has one thing in mind: keeping business open by wrecking shop.
If Lashley is able to go about his preferred way of handling business, this match could become very gruesome. Power slam.
Oh, jarring back heel.
There was a time when Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns were closer than brothers, but they left that chapter of their lives behind them, and since then, they blazed two unique paths to greatness.
Two of the most driven competitors we've ever seen, but it could be that there's just not enough praise and glory in WWE to go around between them.
Yeah, there's only room for one man at the very top of the totem pole. Maybe this match will decide once and for all who the better man is inside the ring.
And he's able to counter.
Crafty way to get out of harm there.
Sling blade.
Throughout her career, Mickie James has tormented Trish Stratus. Tonight, Trish is looking for retribution after the pain Mickie has put her through.
Some feel Mickie is not playing with a full deck as she's terrorized Stratus at every turn. Trish hopes she can put an end to Mickey's warped ways and get on with her life. And a basement drop kick.
Kick to the gut. Oh, sit out jawbreaker.
Eating through a straw for a week.
Always a look of determination in the eyes of Mia Yim. Great amount of experience, but Mia still carries a chip on her shoulder.
Well, that chip is something Mia always wants to carry with her. She wants to feel overlooked. She filters that chip into pure motivation.
And we'll see if that mentality will be enough to fuel Mia in this fight.
And then we have a Reckoning, whose spite sometimes clouds her vision.
Blinds her vision is more accurate. Look, Reckoning's a tremendous athlete, but most times, Reckoning's rage gets the best of her. If she can harness her anger and turn it into a controlled rage, Reckoning will be very dangerous.
Gut wrench suplex.
Making it look easy.
Talk about megalomania. Mr. McMahon out here setting out proving some sort of point by asserting his physical dominance in WWE.
Yes, Cole, in addition to his actual dominance as chairman of this fine company, and it's not megalomania when it's a fact of life. Mr. McMahon has decided to lower himself and grace us with his superior presence here tonight.
We'll see just how superior he is between the ropes.
He's got a pretty unexpected foe in Eric Bischoff, but something tells me this won't be a complete walk in the park.
Now, the last person who thought that was Mr. McMahon, and he paid the price for 83 weeks.
Superstar who it seems was always earmarked for greatness.
Not surprising considering he was the first third-generation WWE superstar, but you also have to respect that The Rock lived up to that hype.
Rock's never been afraid to prove himself in this industry. I'm sure he'll prove here tonight that he's still one of the greats.
And all that aside, Randy Orton's coming in here with malintent.
Orton always does. It could be a very scary night for Randy's opposition.
And Orton here, a very difficult superstar to prepare for, but it's not without his exploits.
Very few weaknesses with the...
She just loves to work a high-octane, high-flying style. In fact, Shirai and many others even consider her an aerial artist.
Just a reminder, what some call art, others consider falling with style. Shirai has a world of talent, but high-flying styles tend to come with a lot of high-risk consequences.
That's a good point. We'll see how Shirai's particular style shakes out here in this matchup.
And then you have someone like Mandy Rose. I mean, there's no one like Mandy Rose, but you know what I mean. Physically dominant from her strength to her looks.
Yeah, Mandy certainly has an understated, almost effortless approach to her strength and power game that you definitely do not see among many of her peers.
Since the moment he arrived in WWE, Shinsuke Nakamura has doggedly been pursuing success and glory for himself.
Nothing wrong with that.
You know, if I could finish, often at the cost of friendships or his own reputation. We'll see if Nakamura is ready as ever to do anything to grab the win here tonight.
But he's facing down AJ Styles, a devious superstar who's not afraid to bend the rules a little if it ensures that he gets his way.
You say devious, I say clever. Styles is intelligent as they come in the ring, and I'm sure we'll see his in-ring smarts on full display tonight.
Oh.
Boom! If at first you don't succeed.
In this matchup, it's going to be interesting to see if Sheamus or Cesaro can establish physical dominance.
Well, both men certainly pride themselves on having inhuman strength. Sheamus frequently growing stronger with every Celtic warrior workout, and Cesaro, he's just a freak of nature. We've seen him perform incomparable feats of strength inside the ring.
Expect a very physical match to take place between the members of the Bar. Baller out of the United Kingdom, Trent Seven.
They call Trent Seven debonair yet dangerous. That's about as apt as it gets. This guy's a charmer, a delightful human being, but a nightmare in the ring. Just tough,
deliberate, strong style-based offense, but with a gentlemanly twist.
We'll see if that style is effective for 7 here.
And he's facing off against Tyler Bate, who has put his own unique twist on British strong style. He's a little young and still a little inexperienced, but he may well be pound for pound one of the strongest superstars in WWE today.
Well, they don't call him the big, strong...
We're looking at one of the most personal, heated rivalries in sports entertainment. For as long as these two have been at war, Randy Orton is the most dangerous he's ever been in his career right now.
I gotta agree with you, Cole. Both men are in tremendous physical condition and their resumes are second to none. When WWE's apex predator is looking for prey, bad things happen, and no one knows that better than John Cena.
That might be true, but there is no one who can come up big and win a match like John Cena. The man has done it all throughout.
Asuka has a well-earned reputation as one of the most intimidating in-ring competitors in all of WWE, stemming all the way back to her 914-day undefeated streak, the longest in WWE history.
And even after the streak was broken by Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 34, it's still been difficult to deny that no one is ready for Asuka.
That's because Asuka has remained an absolute buzzsaw of a competitor, and she's only gotten more dangerous since her streak ended.
And Alexa Bliss's gaze is piercing her opponent from across the ring. Always a sinister combatant, sometimes more set on humiliation than victory.
Alexa certainly has become more menacing every...
Triple H here tonight, one of the most calculating, methodical superstars in all of WWE and sports entertainment history. Always has a game plan, always has the gear spinning in his head whenever he's in the squared circle. If Triple H has his way, tonight's matchup should be a clinic.
And Goldberg is heated coming into this match. His opponent said Goldberg should have stayed retired. He should have stayed at home with his collection of classic muscle cars.
Well, Goldberg will have plenty of time for that, but right now he's looking to uphold a legacy of being invincible.
The Hall of Famer Trish Stratus set to compete. Many have called Stratus the greatest diva to ever set foot inside a WWE ring. But being the type of competitor she is, Trish would love to prove that she is the greatest in any era of the women's evolution. Tonight just might be that proving ground.
And then you have someone like Mandy Rose. I mean, there's no one like Mandy Rose, but you know what I mean. Physically dominant from her strength to her looks.
Yeah, Mandy certainly has an understated, almost effortless approach to her strength and power game that you definitely do not see among many of her peers.
Scoop slam!
Suplex, here it comes.